I've talked about this book before. This is EX5. This is PEOW Studios does these anthologies, and this one is based on vampires. This is the Kickstarter version, so it came with this dust jacket. But if you purchase it at a store or you purchase it at their website, this is what it looks like. It's the same book, it just doesn't have the dust jacket. And I have to say, the reason I got this book really was for two reasons. One, I know that these books are always pretty good quality. The stories I may or may not like more. I may like one more than the other, but these are usually well done. And also, this had some work from Takato Yamamoto, who does really beautiful line work. It's really elegant. It's almost like, in a way, it reminds me a lot like Barry Windsor Smith's Gore Blimey press stuff in the early 70s. And he does a lot of like vampire horror themed work. But I have to say that every story here is excellent. And what they did with the color motif is black, white, and red. And I know that it's the thing now that the major publishers are doing. Black, they call it black, white, and blood. And honestly, I've read some of those issues. I don't buy them anymore because you'll have like one story that's pretty good, maybe two, and then you'll have two or three that are like really crappy by people that are not ready to be published by any major publisher, that don't look at the model sheets, that the superheroes and the supervillains don't look anything like the way they've always looked. It's just a testing run, but they'll throw one big name in there and then you'll pick it up. This book really has, with the stories here, really make the most out of this black, white, and gray and red format. The stories are all different takes, different art styles. This one is more manga style. I love this. I love that digitally you can create this zip-a-tone effect. I kind of like that from the old days. And then here you have like a light red, almost pink tone. Here, a little darker here and here, just to kind of show different emphasis of like action. Like I said, all the stories have different art styles, but they're all very good. I love this deep red here. Just really great stories. I really like this entire collection. And one story that I actually, and you see like here, it's just really hard to get replicated in comics, and it's just done really beautifully and just printed really nicely. One story towards the end, let me find it here for you, by Matthew Houston, who's someone who says in the back they have these bios, and he says that this is his first comic. He really does a wonderful job with this space and creating this really beautiful story of love and sacrifice and family, with just adding all these little touches here, but also just really getting the most out of this color palette, these deep reds and these blacks and these whites. This is just one of my favorite comic stories in a long time, and probably my favorite comic story for 2024. I haven't read everything for 2024. This is just what I've read, but this is one of my favorite stories. If he ever decides to make more comics, I'm definitely gonna buy them. And this is what I mean. They're really using this color palette, this limited color palette, to really emphasize and make unique stories. It's not just like, oh, we're gonna have black, white, and blood, so we're gonna have a black and white story with Wolverine, and so when he cuts somebody, you can see all the blood come out because it's red. This is just a really outstanding story. I mean, all the stories are good. I don't want to cite anybody else. This, just to me personally, was just one of my favorite stories. And then here you have what they call an interview card, where just a little bit about themselves, and it's just kind of interesting to read, get some insight, and also find their Instagram handles, start following them. This book retails for, I think, $30. I know you can get it on their site. I know some stores carry them. I know Gutter Pop Comics is carrying this. It's got a stack because they just posted it this week. I would definitely recommend checking this out if you like anthologies, if you like vampires, if you just like old school horror. this is probably up your alley. And all these books are really well made, and they sell out pretty fast. You know, these are just little gems, and if anybody's ever had a previous volume, they'll say, oh, you know, I want to get the next one, because you know it's going to be good. To me, this, I've read a few of them, not all of them. I think I've read issue 2, 3, and 4. This by far, I think, is the most complete and best realized of all of them so far. Just a really great book, and I hope you get a chance to check it out.